So welcome back to my channel. So anyway, this is going to be a follow-up video on that topic. I got so many comments and GMs and phone calls, WhatsApp messages also from some of my friends who actually watched the video, and that was one of those videos that I was dreading to make. But you know what, I talked about it. The only thing that I feel like I missed out on, and many people made sure to ask me that, okay, because I did talk about the diaspora, how sending money to Africa, sending money back home is not really helping. Like the whole mindset of like, if you want to help our communities, we have to send them money so that they can survive, whatever. And then I also talked about how it was enabling the community to keep on asking and asking and asking without actually doing anything, right? I mean, when I say doing anything, I'm talking about without working to gain that money, but instead waiting for somebody else to give them the money. So we did talk about that. If you guys haven't watched that video, go ahead and watch it first so that you can understand this part here. This is going to be the part 2. So I wanted to talk about the reactions, because somebody had asked me, I'm going to put a comment there, somebody asked me how did I go about telling people back home that I wasn't going to be sending money anymore, I wasn't going to be helping them financially anymore, and then what was the reaction. I think another person asked me what was the reaction and so forth. So I wanted to answer that. Guys, there's no way, let me just take off my glasses, there's no way you were sending money in the first place and then you drastically stop sending money and you think people will be happy. They're not going to be happy, okay? Many people, when I say many people, by the way, if you guys can hear the noise, it's because I'm right here by the market. So I'm here and I'm waiting on my mom to be done. That's the marketplace. So let me continue this conversation. So there's no way you can send money back home where people were used to you helping them financially, and all of a sudden you don't send money and you think they're going to be okay with that, okay? One of the comments that I got from the beginning was that, how come now that you're making more money you tend to be stingy? People actually told me that I was stingy. How are you going to be stingy with your own money? Come on, like guys. Oh my god. But yeah, people told me that I was becoming stingy now that I am quote unquote successful. Some people actually mentioned that I used to be more humble before, and all of a sudden, I finished school, started making money, and I tend not to care for them. Caring for them means that I was supposed to still be financially helping them, even after explaining to them the reason why I wasn't helping out. Okay, let me go ahead and tell you what I had to tell some people, and it wasn't even a lie. I'm not even going to say it's a lie. It wasn't a lie. So one of the conversations that I had with people was the fact that I really did not have enough, right? I was surviving. So one of the languages that I used was to tell people that I was struggling financially. It wasn't because I was earning a better salary now that I didn't have any problems. I was struggling financially, and the fact that I had moved from one state to another, and it required me to get a home, a rent and stuff like that. I just told people straight up, like, I was struggling financially and nobody was there to show up for me. Keep in mind that I went to the US all by myself. I don't have, at the time that I was living there permanently, I really didn't have family in the US, okay? So I still don't have family in the US. I lived in the US for more than a decade, no family members whatsoever. So the only person that would show up for me were sometimes my friends, right? But how far can your friends stretch? So I basically told the family back home, family and friends, that I was struggling financially. I really didn't have people to help out, and at this point on, I will have to focus on me. And guys, it doesn't matter what you're going to tell them, they're still not going to understand that language, okay? But that's what I kept on telling them over and over again. Even after 6 months, when they came back, some of them came back after a couple of months just to check if my circumstances were different, and I just told them straight up, I don't have the means. I have many issues. Nobody is there for me. I don't have uncles, aunties, mom, dad, siblings, so I have to show for myself. And as I'm telling you, the reason that I gave them, that wasn't good enough reason for them, because many of them still expected me to help. But you have to be strong. And I think we look at the family back home, we look at friends that we grew up with, and we think us not helping is going to make them angry. And yes, it made many people angry, made many people disappointed. But at the end of the day, I looked at myself like, no, it's my life, my money. I'm the one working days and night. I'm the one struggling here. I'm the one who has to be thinking about bills that I have to pay. I'm the one who has to be struggling about what I have to eat, food at the table. And at the same time, you still have the other aspect of your life that you want to be successful. You want to build a career. You want to have businesses. So that was one of the that was really one of the big highlight of the reason why I even stopped helping. I mean, in addition to people just being ungrateful, the other big highlight was the fact that I realized that if I kept on sending money back home, I wouldn't have been able to build something for myself, right? So because I knew that I wanted to do something for myself and I wanted to invest back home and I wanted my cup to be full. You know how people tell you, you are so full of yourself now, you know, like, yes, I am full of myself because I want my cup overflowing that I can now help other people. So I made sure that I prioritize me. I had to look out for myself. So if you have a business idea in mind, guess what? You're going to be the one funding that business. You're going to be the one going up and down trying to figure out your finances. And the fact that I was sending money back home was really not helping, because my bank account was always at zero. Always. It's like every time you have something left in the bank, you just reminded that there's another person who needs help. There's another person who got pregnant and need help. Another person who couldn't go to school. Another person who is sick, and so forth. Like, it's a never-ending story. Never-ending story. And you just have to be strong. I had to be super strong because knowing me, I'm a Cancer, you know, I feel people pain. But I kind of had to be strong, and I told myself it's going to be all about me. I'm going to spend for me. I'm going to invest in me. And guess what? When I started investing in me, investing in my businesses, I was then able to help other people, right? That was the goal. The goal was that I didn't want the dollars to come to Cameroon to help people. I wanted the franc CFA. I wanted the money here that I was making here in Cameroon, because many of my businesses I invested here in Cameroon. My mom is here. Tu as fini? Okay, that was my mom, because I'm shopping my mom. Anyway, yeah, so if you're gonna be investing in any type of project, whether it's in Cameroon or elsewhere, you will have to make that sacrifice. And I know it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough in the beginning because many people are gonna call you names. I've had people call me names. I've had people tell me that I was so full of myself. I've had people tell me that I wasn't humble. Had people tell me that I was becoming stingy, and I forgot about my roots. I forgot about my family. I forgot about my friends and so forth. And it doesn't matter how much you help people, they still will ask you for more, right? Ask you for more. And I can give you examples after examples of how I've stretched my arms so far, help people thinking that I've done my part, and they still came back. They still came back. I've had cases where you help people and then you put the kid to school over the years and years and years, and then you find out that the dad has always been there. The dad has always been taking care of his child, even though they were not, I mean, the couple was not together, but the dad has always been there. And meanwhile, nobody told you. You know, the lies that were told to you was that the dad is not here. The man went MIA on his child, went MIA on everybody, you know. I mean, all of these lies. So it doesn't matter how you will stretch your arms to help people, they will still want to get more. They want to get your shoulder, they want to get your chest, your legs, your head, everything, right? So I've had to learn to just say enough is enough. I'm not going to be doing that. I have to look out for me. And when I started investing in Cameroon, investing in the US, because my businesses were incorporated in the US first, except for the school, because the school that I co-own is in Cameroon and it was incorporated here in Cameroon. But my consulting firm and then my bridal company were incorporated in the US. So the idea was this, right? I will have businesses so that I can give people jobs, right? Businesses that will serve the community as well, and being able to be in a position where I can help out other people. Helping out meaning that they can get a salary, they can work, you know. That was one way for me to help people out. The other way was also when people say, I want to have a boutique, you know, I need money, I need funding in order to, you know, launch my business, and you give them the money and they don't do anything with it, right? I mean, cases and cases. I think you just have to be You have to set boundaries. You have to set boundaries. Did I get to the point where I wasn't sending a dime? No. But I made sure that I will only help the people that I will want to help. I wasn't helping people who called me. You see what I mean? Like, there are people that you know of that are struggling. There are people that are elderly, you know, whether it's your parents, your grandparents, some people that you grew up with that used to be there for you. I made sure that once in a while I will send money or I will do something for these people. But because I knew that these people were not asking, they only wanted to know if I'm doing okay. They were not asking. Many of the people, 99% of the people who constantly, regularly used to call me, I just made a point not to even entertain with them anymore. And guess what? They survived. They really survived. And the ridiculous thing is also, some of them will ask you for things like, can you send me a computer? Can you send me an iPhone 13? iPhone 13. Last time I went to the US, came back, and then I have this person ask me for an iPhone 13. I don't even have an iPhone 13. It's ridiculous. And I think that's just the idea. Somebody also asked me the question on the comments on that video. Somebody asked me the question, where is that mindset coming from? Like, do we have an idea where that mindset? I don't think it's something that is coming from anywhere, right? I just think it's just the law of life, law of society. If somebody makes it successfully, people expect that that person will be helping others, right? It's as if your own money, you're not supposed to enjoy your own money. I've been questioned because with my money, I was able to fly places, travel. I was able to go and afford, you know, amazing things, amazing experiences. And people question that. They question the fact that how come you can help us? Meanwhile, you living this type of life. I mean, what do you even say to that question? I've earned. I've earned and I deserve that, you know? Like, I've worked for that money and it's my money. So it's up to everyone to figure out how they want to live their life. But that's my response. That's really what I told the people that I was helping out. And then, yeah, so that was what I did. And because of the fact that I wasn't sending money back home all the time, I was able to build my businesses. I was able to think about me and help out my family the way I wanted to help them out. Because the more money you make, where's this woman going again? She just dropped off the stuff and then she left. That's the thing with moms. They're never done shopping. I was out in the market with her, came back to the car because I thought we were done, and then she went back again and came back, and now she left again. Gosh. The beauty of having mothers, okay? I'm not gonna complain. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't even know where I was what I was saying. Anyway, guys, I hope this video is going to be helpful for some of you. I heard so many heartwarming messages and comments, and I hope you guys can also find the freedom to say enough is enough. I'm not saying don't help people, okay? I'm not saying, sometimes I have to lock my doors because you never know. I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying if you have parents, don't be thinking about them. Don't be thinking about people back home. All I'm trying to say is that you have to think of yourself, because your cup has to be so full so that it can be overflowing and helping other people. So the more money you have, if you do focus on yourself, those sacrifices that you're gonna make. She's back. T'as ouvert? T'as ouvert? De faire. On a fini. Anyway, my mom is here. I'm actually part of my video. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Let me know if you're gonna apply some of the things that I told you when it comes to telling the people, you know, your people, that you're not gonna be helping out. And let me know if it worked out. It's not gonna work out in the beginning. People are gonna be angry, but at the end of the day, that's what you have to do. Okay? I'm gonna catch you later.